And the U.S. in the white and Australia in the green with the yellow numerals. The U.S. will be going right to left and Australia going left to right. Emily Wills in goal, off to our right here for Australia. Or rather, to our left here from Australia. And Rachel Hall, the goaltender here for the U.S., off to our right. As we're set to go here from Peterborough, Ontario, here at Trent University at Justin Chu Stadium. It's a nice opening face-off win for Madeline Jenner. Hands it off now to Casey Choma, who will bring into the offensive zone. Opposite her, number 15, Osea Levy, as the U.S. will go on the attack here early. Lots of clouds here. We do see some sunshine as the pass in front is knocked away here. Good defensive effort there by Australia's Hannah Goff. Now an opportunity here as the U.S. will try to pass it in front. Quick shot, score here for the U.S. as Megan Carney will get the goal here for the Americans.
For those of you joining us on the international circuit, international rules are a little bit different. We play in a 3-3-3 set, so 3 attack, 3 middies, 3 defenders. That means we have less people on the field, a little more ball movement is necessary, and then, of course, we have our goalie making 10.
So, again, Megan Carney gets the goal here for the U.S. to give them a 1-0 lead here over Australia. Megan Carney, who's from McKinney, Texas, has had a pretty good tournament herself. 3 goals versus Australia. Another hat trick versus England. Also chipped an assist versus Hong Kong. Is back on the draw here, Madeline Jenner here for the U.S. Again, another good draw control here for the United States as Brianna Gross will take it across. Hands it off now to Isabel Smith and plays it back behind the net. Here's Caitlin Wurzberger, who has been outstanding here in this tournament too. A terrific player here for the United States. Isabel Skein, who's been the most valuable player in a couple of games here for the U.S. Looked like it was going to be a strip there initially, but the call will go against Olivia Wills here for Australia.
Unlucky for Australia, but they're gonna get this. I can feel it.
And a free position opportunity here for Isabel Skein here for the U.S. Skein with a shot, and she scores.
I think the key right now for Australia is really, as much as they can, slowing down that lethal attack. They are so fast. They're insanely smart with their lacrosse IQ, getting the ball to X, making smart passes, solid feeds. They basically have it for 2 seconds, and here she goes, ripping it down low, starting high, changing that lane. Perfect goal for USA.
1 goal and 3 assists versus Australia in that 12-4 win earlier this tournament. Also had a 3-goal, 2-assist effort against England. Isabel Skein, who's from Clarkston, Michigan, is back on the draw here. Madeline Jenner here for the U.S. United States leads it 2-0 over Australia. Again, the winner here will go on to the gold medal game on Saturday. Right back here at Justin Chu Stadium here at Trent University. And again, there's Jenner using that good height to her advantage opposite Abby O'Mahony there for Australia. And another draw control here for the U.S.
You know, Maddie really dominates on the draw because she self-draws. And with height like that, you can't mess around.
Madeline Jenner goes to Duke University. Now the free position opportunity here again for Isabel Skein here for the U.S. She'll try again. She shoots and scores.
Immediate 8-meter shot for those kids that are watching at home. That was a perfect placement, a power shot right off the bat. She didn't hesitate. She didn't run in. She really used that bullet shot of hers.
And 2 goals now for Isabel Skein. And again, Carney getting the initial goal. We'll take a look at the replay.
And rips it down low again. Phenomenal shot placement by USA.
Not much chance there for Emily Wills for Australia as Madeline Jenner back on the draw here for the U.S. opposite Abby O'Mahony here for Australia. The U.S. leads it 3-0 here. We're in the first. Just a little under 11 minutes to go. Again, Canada and England will be the second game tonight at 8. The winner will play the winner of that game coming up on Saturday. Consolation will be between the 2 losing teams. Canada, the defending champs from 2015, a thrilling 9-8 victory over the U.S. That was in Edinburgh, Scotland. It's a good draw control here for Australia. Georgia Latch will take it ahead here. She had a goal versus the U.S. earlier in this tournament, that 12-4 win for the United States. Boy, you could see, Amanda, as this U.S. team kept going, the goals just kept piling up. So a chance there for Latch, sends it in front. Shot goes right off the post there by Madison Copeland. Again, that player you got to watch. And Copeland almost able to chip in.
Good idea. Great hustle by Australia to get that back the possession on this ball. Oh, nope. Back to USA.
Olivia Adamson from Australia thought she had it, but it'll be Elizabeth Hillman here to take it here for the U.S. And the U.S. will go back on the attack.
Looks like Australia really trying to swarm the ball in the midfield, but not being able to catch up right now.
Sophia Disenzo with a pass into the middle. Good opportunity here for the U.S. Goes off the post there by Ellie Hansen. Hansen with a wide open opportunity, but again, the post working well for both Australia and the U.S. Good opportunity here for Latch. Now hands it off here for Adamson and a shot. And play whistle down here before the shot. And a call will go against the U.S. As Brianna Gross gets called, so a free position opportunity here coming up for Australia.
This is a great angle, that center hash. She has so many options.
Olivia Adamson here on the free position chance here for Australia, and just misses wide to the left side.
Australia doing a great job backing up these shots too. Possession to number 4 now.
India Williams back behind the net here for Australia. Brooklyn Newman is there for the U.S. Play back behind the net now to Latch. Latch has had a terrific tournament being worked over here by Ellie Hansen. Played up in the middle here to number 21, Olivia Adamson. Now grabbed here by Williams. Faking a shot there was Copeland. Almost getting Rachel Hall to commit. Copeland again makes her way out in front. And this call will go against the U.S. Another good opportunity here for Australia as Madison Copeland with good penetration.
Fantastic decision-making on that, right? She goes in for the kill. She's double-teamed. She realizes she has no angle, and now she's got an 8-meter shot opportunity.
Here's Madison Copeland with a chance. Between the legs, she scores. Australia on the board. It's 3-1.
Fantastic placement on that 8-meter. Same thing, changing the lane, excuse me. She sets up high, and she rips that shot down low. Here's a replay for you guys. Perfect placement.
And you even had pretty good coverage there by Emma Shedig for the U.S., but couldn't get there quite quick enough as Madison Copeland, who continues her scoring prowess here in this tournament, gets Australia on the board. It's 3-1. We've got 7:17 to play here in the first.
You know, I wonder if USA is a little bit scared. This is the first goal that's been scored against them in quite some time in this tournament.
Okay, Madeline Jenner here on the draw. Facing Abby O'Mahony again. And a violation there against O'Mahony, so Jenner will take it ahead here for the U.S. Hands it off to Skein. Skein trying to work away in front, and a great save there by Wills. Took it right off the knee. Not sure if she saw it, but she was in great position to make the stop. Wide open player downfield was Georgia Latch, but unable to get it to her was Olivia Adamson.
Australian fans going a little crazy right now. I love it. I love the energy here.
Here's Latch back behind the net. Played around now to Levy. Grabbed here by Adamson. Worked over there by Murphy. The pass is errant, so the U.S. will get possession.
The idea was good. Take some time off the clock, be very intentional, move the ball around, but if you can't make a pass like that, we can't possess the ball.
Goalkeeper Rachel Hall distributes the balls. A good pass up the middle. Here's Michaela McMahon. McMahon with some good speed, but a good job by Williams from behind. Well, at least initially we thought it was, but call will go against Williams, much to the dismay here of the Australian crowd.
Like I said in their last game, refs aren't always right, but they are never wrong.
Pass intended for Skein there. Picked up here by the U.S. Good hustle there by Wurzburger. And now Isabel Smith will control here near side for the U.S. United States leads at 3-1 on goals by Carney, 2 by Skein. And Copeland's got the goal here for Australia. Rain starting to come down here at Justin Chu Stadium. Here at Trent University. Good pass in front. Shot was wide by Wurzburger. And good hustle back there for U.S.'s Megan Carney. Carney has it. Played in front. Goes off of Skein's stick. Picked back up by Australia. And Madison Copeland back the other way. Australia 2-3 overall. The U.S. 5-0 overall in this tournament. Bonnie Yu controls now. Hands it off to Osea Levy. Levy one-on-one battle there. Good job defensively by Isabel Smith. Levy. And that pass was knocked down, but they're going to call something here against the U.S.
This is a great demonstration of lacrosse IQ and smart decision-making. They're very, very intentional in their passes and moving the ball, and they don't want to force anything against USA.
That call will go against Brianna Gross here for the U.S. So give Copeland another opportunity here. Good pass over to Adamson. Adamson thought about a shot, but forced wide by Smith. Adamson works away in front, takes the shot, and a good save there by Rachel Hall here for the U.S.
Fantastic save. Both knees down low, stopping the bounce.
Murphy one-on-one here with Bonnie Yu as the Australians put on a little pressure here in midfield. Americans come back the other way. Here's Casey Choma. Choma one-on-one here with Levy. Passes it off to Wurzburger, now played back behind the net. Megan Carney, who's got one of the 3 U.S. goals. 3:11 to play here in the first.
Australians' defense is really quiet. We started off this game, and they were loud and aggressive and calling the slides, but right now it's crickets out there.
That pass intended for Megan Carney. Couldn't control it. Nice defensive work there by Australia. Looked like Carney had a little bit of a step, but again, that stick right from behind worked well here for Australia. Back behind the net, the U.S. controls here with Wurzburger. Now to Carney. Wurzburger patrolling in front, looking for the one-timer. Hands it off to Skein. She shoots and scores. Isabel Skein with a hat trick here in the first. U.S. leads at 4-1. And again, a terrific pass there, as you see, by Carney to Skein. And Skein made no doubt about it. And able to put one by Australian goaltender Emily Wills here for a 4-1 lead. We've got a little over 2 minutes to play here in the first.
Yeah, the strength in this USA team, it's undeniable. I was talking to Coach Hiller, Monty Hiller before, and, 100 applicants, cutting that down to 50, and then inviting about 30 players and really initially getting 50 and then coming all the way down to their whole training team roster. It's been a road. It's been a fantastic journey for this team, and man, are they stacked.
Isabel Skein, whose mom, Patricia, ran track at Grand Valley State, and her father was a wrestler at Grand Valley State as well. So some good athleticism in the Skein family, and Skein has just got some great size and some terrific speed, and she's patrolling near side here for the U.S. as Caitlin Wurzburger has it back behind the net. Watching her, Olivia Wills, the sister of goaltender Emily Wills. As Wurzburger takes her time, looks for an outlet. Carney in front, but she's double teamed. Somebody's open. Ellie Hansen now near side here for U.S. Now Skein. Skein hands it off to Wurzburger. Wurzburger able to get a step, takes the shot, and she scores. Caitlin Wurzburger for the U.S., and it's a 5-1 lead.
You can't help but deny the U.S. offense is gorgeous to watch. You know, they pass, they cut immediately through. They look to roll back. They look to setting each other up for success. The pick and rolls are on point. And this move right here, right? She drives hard. She drives hard. Boom. Rips it. You know, we drive hard. We can get it in the back of the net every time. And USA really demonstrates that in every game they've played in this tournament.
Yeah, boy, Wurzburger gets just a little bit of a step on you, and that's all it takes. U.S. leads at 5-1 here with 30.1 seconds to go here in the first.
And, you know, Caitlin, having been an All-American for 4 years, I mean, an unbelievable threat on offense.
Loose off the draw, picked up here by Australia. It's Olivia Adamson able to control. Good pressure, though, from Disenzo. Hands it off to Levy. Now a chance in front there for Williams. It got knocked away from her, and this will be a call going against the U.S. Good free position opportunity here for Williams.
Yeah, a little bit of a delayed call, but they do get it.
So India Williams with a chance. She shoots and scores. Williams cuts the lead down to 5-2.
Australia fans cheering loud right now. That was a perfect goal. Perfect timing, right? We want to end on a high note going into that first quarter. She drives in. Again, fantastic job changing the lane, right? I have my stick. I'm setting up on the 8-meter. I'm drawing kind of a fake high and then ripping it down low, really selling it to that goalie. Fantastic job by Australia there.
What really impresses me is how much they can do with so little space out there. It really is amazing. Got two players converging on you on either side, and you have the sense to be able to hold on and just maintain your composure and get off a terrific shot like that. And Williams gets Australia's second goal. We've got 5 seconds to go here in the first. The Skein will chase it down, and that will just about do it here for the first. But one more quick opportunity, but time expires there on Casey Choma. What a great pass there by Skein, though.
Yeah, you know, USA known for responding under pressure, right? They have no, you know, dominant versus non-dominant. Both of their hands are dominant, and they just are trained to respond under pressure. But I think this is a game now, you know, a 5-2 game. This is one of the closest games USA has had yet. I'm excited for what's in store in that second quarter.
We'll look forward to that here in just a moment. Here again, we're at Justin Chu Stadium here in Peterborough, Ontario, on the campus of Trent University. And thanks to all the folks here at Trent University for their great hospitality. Watching here on the Lacrosse Sports Network and also the Olympic Channel. We are glad that you were watching here tonight. We've got a pretty packed stadium here for this game, and I'm assuming for the Canada-England game, we're going to have a packed crowd too. I believe Canada drew about 1,400 people just the other night.
Yep, there was not a single seat in the house, and it got loud, but it was a fantastic game across the board. Canada is known for their good fans.
And Canada, again, the defending champs, and you know, that 9-8 victory they had in 2015 broke a streak of 4 straight that the U.S. had won. They beat Australia in every one of those, including one in Australia's backyard in Perth, Australia. The U.S. also winning on their home turf in Baltimore, Maryland. That was a 21-8 victory in 2003. And Peterborough, this is the second time they're hosting this event. They also hosted back in 2007, and that was an 18-3 victory by the U.S. over Australia. But again, right now we're seeing a pretty close game like we saw in the first matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. I'm interested to see how Coach Adams responds to the draw right now, because Maddie is dominating. She's being able to self-draw, protect it, and getting right to her teammates. I don't know if you've noticed at home, and I certainly have here, but they do a fantastic job running in on the circle. They don't set up on the circle. They're about 3 feet back, and they run and they box out and they mess with the girl that they're on, and I think it's a sort of a way, for lack of a better term, to ice the kicker. We try to get someone to enter that circle early, and that means the possession of the ball goes to our team.
Now, if you look out there, Abby O'Mahony it doesn't give up that much height here to Jenner, but when you have somebody who's got that height advantage on you, what do you do in the circle to be able to compensate for that, to be able to win that draw?
I like to see girls switch to their opposite hand. Anything that you can do, pushing versus pulling. However, you know, Maddie is drawing, do the opposite. You know, use your offhand. See if you can't, you know, change up that draw and where it's going.
Ball down deep in the U.S. zone as Georgia Latch was going for it. She got fouled, and now an opportunity here for her. Georgia Latch, the pass into the middle, shot there, and a great save there by the U.S.'s Rachel Hall. Terrific chance there for Olivia Adamson. Here's Williams, who's got one of the 2 Australian goals. Fake shot there from the outside from number 21, Olivia Adams. The U.S. was not biting on that. Georgia Latch now behind the net, being hassled here by Newman. Double coverage now on Latch. She hands it off. Chance here for Levy. Now she gets the double team. Good pressure here by the U.S. Trying for the takeaway here with a 3-goal lead in the second.
You know, U.S. really doing a fantastic job putting high pressure on the ball and the adjacent passes.
And that pass errant there by Australia, intended for Bonnie Yu, and the U.S. will take it. And turnovers, we mentioned, of course, draws being a big factor in winning games, but also turnovers can also be a huge factor in whether you win or lose. U.S. goes the other way. Here's Michaela McMahon with some good speed here for the United States. Got hit from behind. That call is going to go against Australia. And Olivia Wills. And McMahon will take it here for the U.S. Hands it off to Choma. Choma forced back here by Yu.
I love the talk. Australia defense really talking it up down there.
Played across by Choma. Around the horn now here for the U.S. Here's Isabel Skein. With 3 goals here in this game. Good opportunity in front. Shot and a good save by Emily Wills. Or check that, Molly Dunham now in here in the second. So as we mentioned, we have to keep our eye here on the rotating goaltenders. So we've got a new one here, Molly Dunham. And Dunham and Wills have been exchanging time. Here is the shot scored by the U.S., Isabel Smith.
You know, the initial shot, right? She was right there near the goalie. She shot stick side high, 3 feet away from her. And in that case there, quite the opposite, pulling the goalie to the opposite side of the cage and then ripping it on her top right. That was a perfect corner shot right there.
So Isabel Smith now makes it a 6-2 lead here for the U.S.
And we got some rain. This is what we call character building weather.
And I know you, as a former player at Regis University, have seen a lot of these. Of course, the lacrosse season starts in very tough conditions in late March, early April, and we see all kinds of lacrosse. Really, to me, is really where you see almost everything. You see just terrible weather to just some beautiful weather toward the end. Now, right now, not great weather, but things will change here in a moment, I'm sure. As Sophia Disenzo takes it, she gets the return pass. Disenzo with a chance. Actually, the pass there faked me out. I thought she was going for the shot. Chance here for Skein. Skein breaks through, shoots, and a good save there by Dunham.
I love that save. The goalie coming really high up in the crease, but making that stop on the doorstep. Clutch save at a really important time in this game.
And Isabel Skein looked like she may have been shaken up a little bit. I believe Megan Carney will come in, perhaps to take her place. As Molly Dunham get things going back here for Australia. Australia looking to strike right back here as Isabel Smith got the last goal for the U.S. They trail it 6-2.
Yeah, Australia can't slow down right now. They got to keep putting on the pressure.
Here comes O'Shea Levy. Good pass to Williams. Williams forced back here by 2 U.S. players, including Brianna Gross. Nice pass work here as Georgia Latch hands it off. Now Levy goes back up top to Latch. Chance in front for Williams, and she scores. India Williams makes it 6-3 now, U.S.
And here we have a replay. Quick feed, using the momentum from the pass, shooting opposite side high. A perfect goal for Australia right now.
And the second goal of the game for India Williams. She's got 2 of the 3 Australian goals. And the U.S. lead now cut in half at 6-3. 10-12 to go.
USA playing a little bit of a different defense right now. They're doubling the ball, also known as a backer defense. And so not only are they high pressuring out on ball, but they have a slide immediately there, which means the girl on the opposite side, the back side of ball, is always open on Team Australia. I love to see them see that.
And a face-off violation here against Abby O'Mahony, and Madeline Jenner will start it back off here for the U.S. U.S. leads it 6-3, 9:36 to play here in the second. Here at Justin Chu Stadium, here at Trent University.
You know, USA offense really likes to take their time and spread out. If we look at how spread out they are right now, they're past the 12, they're intentional in their passes. They're not going to really move that ball until Australia puts pressure on them.
Ellie Hansen with a pass, shot score there by Emma Schedig here for the U.S.
Perfect give and go. Perfect give and go opportunity right there.
So number 6, Emma Schedig gets her first of the game, and the U.S. now with a 7-3 lead.
And we have a replay right now. Oh, perfect. Using that momentum from that pass is clutch. She's able to catch it high, shoot it right down low.
So Jenner and O'Mahony will go at it again here in the face-off circle.
You know, we call it draw in women's lacrosse. I know that there are female coaches out there that are like, wait a second.
So I'm a big hockey guy.
I love it. The players outside on the circle, ready to box out, run in. Absolutely love that.
Jenner with a terrific draw control there. Williams forcing her back as the double team didn't work for Australia. As Brianna Gross able to get it ahead, she'll retreat into the backfield here as U.S. will send in another attacker. Play back behind the net here for the United States. Out there now, Leah Holmes, who has it, number 18 here for the U.S. Casey Choma being watched here by Osea Levy. Nice pass there to Carney, who's got a goal here in this game. Well, bounce pass up top, almost handcuffed McMahon. But McMahon will control here for the U.S. Pass back to McMahon. She shoots and scores. Michaela McMahon here for the United States, and it's 8-3 U.S.
You know, Caitlin Wurzberger in there being face guarded, actually. It's kind of like a semi-face guard. The player is not allowing her to get the ball. She's following her behind in high pressure. They do not want her to get another goal. Perfect placement. Again, USA loves this, you know, drawing the goalie up top high, looking like they're going to rip it opposite side, and changing the lane of their shot every time.
8-3 U.S. here with just under 7 minutes to play before the half. U.S. looking to go to their 7th straight gold medal game. See if Australia can break that streak. Get a 12-4 victory for the U.S. earlier in this tournament. It's a good pickup there by Casey Choma. Double teamed as Williams and also Georgia Latch there. And Latch will get called, and Casey Choma will take it here for the United States. Pass goes over the head of its intended receiver there. That was Madeline Jenner, and that's not easy to do. She's very tall. An error pass goes out of play. The Australians will take it.
Looks like they're looking to swing the field, but not many options here.
That pass intercepted here. The U.S.'s Brianna Gross takes it. Nice handoff. Good chance here for Wurzberger, but she'll bring it back here, settle things down, let the U.S. get their attack set up. Isabel Smith, who's got a goal here in this game, and also McMahon. So a lot of good contributions here from the U.S. But again, Skein has been the standout here so far with the 3 goals out of the 8. Carney back behind the net here for the U.S. Addison Copeland there defensively here for Australia. Now it's McMahon. Give and go pass there with Smith, and Smith just couldn't control the pass as it goes out of play, and it'll be Australia's ball.
She looked for the pick and roll. She set her pick. She didn't roll off on the inside, and we couldn't make that pass initially. Australia, though, getting it back right now.
Wills will hand it off to her goaltender, Molly Dunham, and Dunham quickly ahead to Hannah Goff. And Goff with a little bit of open territory here as she scoots around Megan Carney. Good hustle here from Hannah Goff. Michaela McMahon there defensively. Now the double team as Murphy comes her way.
And the storm also comes this way. We are now officially in torrential downpour.
Well, we had torrential downpours and some hail earlier today here in Peterborough, Ontario. Here's a chance here for Georgia Latch. She shoots and scores. Georgia Latch gets her first of the game.
I love Georgia as a player. She's a phenomenal threat on attack, but she is a great teammate. You know, all of her teammates, when they talk about, you know, who is lighthearted, who makes you laugh, who makes you feel awesome, every player on that team's a Georgia Latch. And I think that says a lot about leadership on and off the field.
So it's 8-4 U.S. here with just under 3:50 to play here in the second. As Madeline Jenner again will take the draw here for the U.S. Abby O'Mahony here for Australia.
It's nice to see the diehard fans that aren't leaving right now. Torrential downpour, you know, the rain is going sideways, but can't stop you for the love of lacrosse.
And I'd say probably 2/3 of the crowd are still staying in their seats, which is remarkable.
You know, some unlucky calls on the draw. We really got to be careful, Australia especially, on being smart about timing. We can't let USA get that ball again.
Sophia Disenzo here for the U.S. India Williams guarding her defensively as Megan Carney takes it back behind the net for the U.S. Opportunity here for Wurzberger. Wurzberger hands it back off up top. Skein with a good pass, a shot, and a terrific save there by Molly Dunham. Couldn't control the rebound, so Wurzberger picks it back up. Wurzberger back behind the net, comes in front, she shoots and scores.
You know, Caitlin, knowing that she was face guarded there, having a player behind at X playing phenomenal defense, did not stop her from being involved in the play the whole time she's rolling on the inside of the crease, hoping to be an option and also hoping to get her defender in shooting space. Awesome and incredible lacrosse IQ right there. That is a team player.
Second goal of the game for Caitlin Wurzberger, and a lead now 9-4 here for the U.S. with 2:04 to play here in the second. As you mentioned, Amanda, this U.S. team is stacked. If you want to play defensively, they can do that. If you want to play run and gun, they can do that too. So many different options here for this U.S. team.
You know, when they were interviewed, several of the players said, yeah, we don't have any weaknesses. It takes a very confident team to be able to say something like that.
And of course, you're always worried about giving your opponents, locker room talk so that, but that's not a concern here for the U.S. And they've been backing it up here all through this tournament with a 5-goal lead here. Isabel Skein will restart it here for the Americans. Skein patrolling out in front. Also Carney there as well.
We should take note, USA able to switch hands every second they have, using their outside hands so they don't pass through defenders.
Here's Wurzberger with a nice move and a terrific save there by Dunham.
Great save on the doorstop right there. Great save by Dunham.
And Wurzberger looking for her third goal of the game. But Dunham there to shut the door. And Molly Dunham, who's done a pretty good job here in this second quarter. A couple of the shots, though, just unstoppable. Here comes a good chance, though, for Australia. Chance here for Madison Copeland. Copeland comes in, and a terrific save there by the Americans' Rachel Hall. And Hall hasn't been called on an awful lot, but when she has, boy, she has come up big here in this game. Here's Abby Thorne just into the game here for Australia. Hands it off to Levy. Levy can't get by the double team, and that pass almost picked back off by Australia's Emily Wills. The time will expire here in the second. And a terrific game here so far. But the U.S. coming out strong here. And they lead it by a score of 8-4.
Yep, and we still have character-building weather out here. The rain is going a little bit sideways, but this is not deterring either team right now. We still have a game. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and then we have an interview with Darryl Seibel from World Lacrosse. All right, I am here with Darryl Seibel. He is doing all of the broadcasting and marketing and branding for World Lacrosse, so it must be incredible to have lacrosse on a world stage like this, but also we are streaming worldwide. How does that feel for development of the sport?
Well, before I get into that, I want to thank you for doing such a great job with the weather tonight, because this is absolutely it's biblical. I saw a guy building a boat and animals lining up, so great job with the weather, Amanda.
I try.
No, listen, this is very exciting. One of our priorities as an organization is to generate much greater awareness and interest in our World Championship events. We're really thrilled with the partnership we have here with LSN and beginning tonight, the Olympic Channel. All 81 games from this tournament are being streamed live, free of charge, around the world. And early on, the results we had from the first weekend in competition were terrific. Great interest. The coverage has been terrific. Very appreciative of the work the Northeast Sports Network is doing. And, of course, you and John on the call tonight. Fantastic. So thanks, guys. We're really, really happy with this. Other than the weather, it's perfect.
And 22 countries, that's huge. Have you been able to see any games that have been really competitive or any fond memories from this experience thus far?
Well, first and foremost, we have to thank the city of Peterborough for hosting this event. Trent University, the athletic director who you interviewed a few days ago, Deborah Bright-Brundle, and her staff, we couldn't have better hosts. This is a beautiful campus, a beautiful university, and really a wonderful part of Canada. So an enduring memory for me will be just our time here on campus, meeting the great people of Peterborough and seeing their passion and excitement for lacrosse. I mean, they're really committed to supporting the game and supporting its growth globally. So we're grateful for the opportunity to be here.
Fantastic. Well, not that you need – oh, look, the nice weather is coming out. We have the sun out, guys. It looks like It's changing in our favor.
As soon as this interview ends, the sun will be out. We can absolutely count on that.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm excited to see the next half of this game.
Yeah, a good first half, competitive. The U.S. is of course, operating on all cylinders, trying to get back into the final. Australia giving them a run, though. So It'll be a great second half. And, of course, our second semifinal tonight will be fantastic as well, Canada, England. This is all really important, though, as we work to grow the awareness and visibility of the sport worldwide. Of course, the larger ambition is to one day see lacrosse return to the Olympic Games. Having an opportunity to showcase these athletes on a stage such as this, worldwide coverage on both LSN and the Olympic Channel, it all adds up, right? And over time, one day, we'll see lacrosse back in the Olympic Games.
I can't wait for that day. Thank you so much, Darryl.
Right. Thanks, guys.
And welcome back to Peterborough, Ontario, here at Trent University, Justin Chu Stadium. John Lawrence along with Amanda Mastera, a 9-4 lead here for the U.S. over Australia. A hat trick for the Americans, Isabel Skein, and also the Americans getting a couple of goals from Caitlin Wurzberger in that first two quarters. India Williams with a couple of goals for Australia. But Australia, again, as much they did in the game against the U.S. earlier, they lost 12-4. It's 9-4, so not as much of a deficit here to try to get through in the second half. But now the sun has finally come out. We should have some good weather here for this third quarter here coming up.
Yeah, in fine lacrosse weather form, we had torrential downpour, and now we're in a beautiful day. So we are back now in the third quarter.
And much like we saw in the first and second, Madeline Jenner versus Abby O'Mahony, and the U.S. again will control the draw here as Jenner takes it here for the U.S. Isabel Skein again with a hat trick in the first, hands it off to Caitlin Wurzberger. Now to Megan Carney, who's got one of the goals here for the U.S. Forced wide there, good defense by the Australians. As Isabel Smith able to cut through two Australians. Looks like she may have taken a little bit of a clip right in the mouth. Undetected by the officials here as Michaela McMahon will take it. Got a good pick. Pass was for Choma, but ended up going back behind the net here as Megan Carney has it. Carney trying to work her way in front here, being pushed off nicely. Nice defense here by Australia. And Abby Thorne, where's number 8 here for Australia? One of 22 different teams from around the world represented here at this great event. That pass was intended for Isabel Smith, and she was fouled here. The foul's going to get called against Olivia Wills, and a free position chance here for Smith.
Great angle right now.
And a shot, and that is a save for Australia. As Taishia Skews now in there for Australia, wearing number 13. And this is her opposing number 13, Casey Choma, here for the U.S., and she gets fouled.
You know, USA really setting a ton of picks off ball. The adjacent girl to the right or left of ball setting pick for ball on both sides of the elbow.
Choma with a good pass. The shot there by Carney, and another nice stop there by Skews.
You know, not many options to run up the field like that. When you are triple teamed by Team USA, they need to look to swing it. Swing that pass to the opposite side of the field. We have a couple options on the opposite side.
Big collision there with Casey Choma from the U.S. and Bonnie Yu here for Australia. The Australians will take it ahead here with Madison Copeland. Copeland to the outside, has a step. Decided not to take the shot here. New goaltender in for the U.S. is Madison Doucette, number 9. Australia's Dana Johnston into the game here on the attack. I think it's the first time we've seen her out there, number 5. Out of Bonnie Yu. Now across here for Olivia Adamson. Adamson forced wide here. Nice job here by the United States. Australians trying to be patient here, but trailing it by 5. Plenty of time to go. Although we do have running clock here in this game. So that pass was knocked down here by the U.S. Good stick work there by Murphy here for the United States.
You know, USA still running a backer defense, which means you have to move the ball fast, look to skip passes, and cut from the opposite side.
India Williams looking for her 3rd goal of the game. And a big stop there by Doucette here for the U.S. Boy, that's a big thing for your confidence when you come in. You can make a big save like that. I'm sure it does a lot for the team, too. Of course, this U.S. team knows what Madison Doucette can do for them. As Carney with a pass to Wurzberger in front, and she scores.
You know, mentally for a goalie, that's a huge start.
And Caitlin Wurzberger now with 3 goals. She has matched her teammate Isabel Skein, who's got 3 as well.
And here we have a replay. She's got the ball at X, looking for a great feed. Passes right there on the opposite side of the crease.
So again, Caitlin Wurzberger, who's got 3 goals here in this game. Now makes it a 10-4 lead here for the United States. Caitlin out of Delray Beach, Florida.
And 4-time All-American.
Had 2 goals and 4 assists versus Australia in the 12-4 win earlier. Also had hat tricks against England and against Canada, plus a 4-goal effort against Hong Kong. So it's been tough to keep Caitlin Wurzberger off the score sheet, as it is here tonight. Again, another hat trick for her, but a good pickup here by Georgia Latch.
And that draw is paramount for Australia right now.
And Latch will get fouled here. Murphy will get called, and Latch will take it ahead. Again, relentless pursuit here by the U.S. as this time Newman will get called. Latch has it again, has a step to the outside. Her shot goes over the net. And I believe it's going to be good hustle here for the U.S. Nope. Okay, Australia will have it. Maybe Doucette had gotten back there in time, but not the case, as Adamson will restart it here for Australia. Levy now to Williams. Williams, who had that great chance on Doucette just a couple of minutes ago. Good pass now to Copeland. With Latch back behind the net with her two. Perhaps looking for a pick there. She tries to make her way in front, but this will be a call here against the U.S. So good opportunity here for Madison Copeland here for Australia. Copeland, who had 3 goals versus the U.S. in that 12-4 victory for the Americans. Hands it off now to Adamson. Olivia Adamson. Trying to cut around at Shedig. Shedig able to keep her wide. Played now to Williams. And across the way to Levy. There's Dana Johnston. Copeland near side. As Doucette was coming out to perhaps try to take away the pass there to Latch.
You know, Australia's offense right now, a little congested up top. You know, they're trying to move the ball. They don't have much space to work with. And with a backer defense like that, they have to look for a skip pass or a backdoor cut.
Well, Olivia Adamson will have an opportunity here on the free position here for the Australians. Adamson's shot partially knocked away there. Good defense by the Americans, and Shedig, who got a piece of it. But Australia will continue to hold on here. It's Georgia Latch, who has scored in every tournament game so far. And probably her best effort coming against England, where she had 4 goals and an assist. Here is Latch. Being chased down by Disenzo. Also joining in the defense is Murphy. But Australia able to break that double coverage as Williams now takes it. Williams' pass partially knocked down by the Americans. It's a good read there by Hansen. And a whistle here, and goes against the U.S. That pass for Copeland picked off.
Yeah, you got to move the ball fast. We have to use outside hands. They have to use outside hands. So you don't pass into your defender like that. But look at that. A redefend, and Australia gets the ball back.
Hansen had it. Copeland took it back for Australia. And now a call will go against a push here against the U.S. and Caitlin Wurzberger, as she knocked down Dana Johnston. 7:26 to play here in the third. It's a 10-4 lead here for the U.S., but Australia with good possession time here in the third. As Dana Johnston ahead with it. Williams near side being watched by Disenzo. Those two play catch.
Looks like USA back in a normal defensive set.
Here's the ever-dangerous Georgia Latch. One-on-one here with Gross. Try to cut to the middle. Gross, nice job. Defensively there, hands it off to Copeland, now to Williams. Williams watched by Shedig, who's got a goal here in this game. Nice pass there as it's distributed to Johnston. Johnston tried to refeed there to Williams, but it's picked off by the Americans.
Yeah, and attackers know their job is not done right here. They have got to redefend.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could get your 50-50 ticket numbers out, we have tonight's
Brianna Gross with some good speed here through the middle here for the United States. Gross out of El Dorado Hills, California. And a try there by Skein, and she scores. That's her 4th of the game. Isabel Skein makes it 11-4 U.S.
A very sneaky backdoor cut there. She just kind of stood like she was playing dumb and then went in for the kill. Perfect backdoor cut. Here she is. right on top of the crease. Finisher. She is certainly a finisher in this tournament so far.
And really that's set up by the speed of Brianna Gross through the mid part of the field and gave Isabel Skein the great opportunity there. She made it count. 4th goal of the game for Skein, who's out of Clarkston, Michigan. Goes to Northwestern University.
50 ticket is a red and white ticket. Number 6140345.
5 1/4 go here in the third. An 11-4 lead here for the U.S. as Jenner, who has continued to take all the draws here so far, will be out there again. And this time, though, Jenner gets called here.
Thank you for supporting
And
5 Counties Children's
or my apologies. Actually, the Australians were. Got my angles mixed up here. U.S. going right to left. And Jenner will take it ahead here for the United States. Play to Wurzburger. Now to Carney. Back to Wurzburger. Little flip to Carney. Watch closely by Levy. Here's Smith, gets a nice pick, cuts in front, she scores. Second of the game for Isabel Smith, and the U.S. leads at 12-4.
You know, I love Izzy's second gear. She drives a little bit, and then it's just full on to the goal every single time. Here she is. She drives. Perfect. And she's driving off that pick, too. So her defender is getting stuck in that congestion, and she is going in. And really what ends up happening is that pick is blocking the goalie's perspective. So it is a perfect opportunity to get that ball in the back of the net, and she used it to her advantage.
Had a tournament high 4 goals against Hong Kong in the U.S.'s last win. Had 2 against Australia earlier. Now she's got 2 here against Australia again. Isabel Smith, who's a junior at West Hampton Beach down in New York. 12-4 U.S., 3:42 to play here in the third. Canada and England coming up. The game at 8 o'clock here on the Lacrosse Sports Network and the Olympic Channel. Glad you could join us here on this terrific day, which turned out now to be a pretty decent day.
Yep, now it's beautiful.
Here's Michaela McMahon, who's got a goal here in this game. Hands it off to Smith. Smith with a good pass to Skein, and she's got 5. Isabel Skein.
And, you know, Australia actually making a great switch there defensively, but just not enough to stop the speed on that drive, and they still end up getting the goal. You know, you were talking briefly about the Hong Kong game. You know, USA won that game pretty handedly, if we're being honest. But what I love about this is we have 22 countries, and we have games that are sometimes lopsided. And a game like that, and at the end of the game, you wouldn't have known it. You know, there was such celebration in the sport of lacrosse and the development of this sport worldwide. It's heartwarming, and I don't think you see that in any other sports. You know, I'm a little biased, but I think we see it a lot in women's lacrosse. It is a family. We want to see this sport expand. We think global immersion is key, especially as we try to get into the 2028 Olympics. And that Hong Kong game was like a true example of all of us coming together.
Well, one thing that I heard while I was in the athletics center a little bit earlier today when we had one of our many thunderstorms and hailstorms here, it was really kind of fun. You talked about how these athletes really like to enjoy themselves. The Wales team was in the athletic center, and all of a sudden they started breaking out into Bon Jovi classics, a little Journey, Don't Stop Believin'. And it was a lot of fun. You could tell everybody was really enjoying it, including the security guards. You could see them moving around a little bit.
Yeah, this tournament should be fun, right? If sports aren't fun, what's the point in playing? And we have teams that have traveled so far. The Israel team, right, yesterday, surprising the Kenyan players with cleats. I mean, if that doesn't warm your heart, I don't know what will. And so seeing all these countries come together, it's just been an incredible experience.
Well, the Kenya team really has been the big story of this tournament. The fact that they get no funding from the Kenyan government, where most of these teams actually do, and they're the first team from Africa to participate in this tournament. Now, they got the sneakers, but they were the wrong type of sneakers, apparently.
Yeah, European sizes,
yep.
Yes.
And then so they had to, rely on, some really good-hearted people to get them their sneakers, and they came through in a big way, and Kenya's been a big surprise and a really heartwarming story for sure. So after the timeout here by Australia, the Americans able to win the draw again as Madeline Jenner controls it here for the U.S. Cross to Disenzo. I believe that's Leah Holmes out there, number 18 here for the Americans.
These picks are perfect right now. You know, they're setting them on the inside of the shoulder and rolling inside as an option. I mean, if you're at home right now and you just started playing lacrosse, or you're a kid and you want to be here, that is how you pick and roll.
Must have been a terrifying thing there for Sophia Disenzo, seeing Isabel Skein that wide open, but I think she got a piece of that to obviously keep it here, a 13-4 lead with 2 minutes to play in the third.
I talked about this a lot during the USA-Canada game. You have to protect your stick against this USA team. You cannot leave it out hanging. You have to tuck it in, and you have to go into second gear speed in the midfield.
Bonnie Yu will get things going here for the Australians. Wearing number 22. Being chased down here by Sophia Disenzo here for the U.S. Abby Thorne trying to cut to the outside, comes across 2 American players.
Yeah, we have USA back in their backer defense, a high-pressure backer. As you can see, double-teaming ball, shutting adjacent. So it means the girl who's on the backside of ball will, in fact, be open.
Good pass to an open Libby Blair, number 10 here for Australia. Pass across now to Bonnie Yu. 55 to go here in the third. Good pass to Latch. Latch with a shot, and she scores.
You know, we were just talking about backer defense and how the girl on the backside is always open, and she got it right there. That was perfect. You know, being over there by X on the opposite side. Here's a replay of this perfect move, right? Right on the inside. She knew she was open, and she committed to that cut, and there we are. A perfect goal against a backer defense, which is hard to beat.
And Libby Blair, who got her first point in this tournament versus Mexico, will get another here on that terrific pass.
Australia's 5th goal, scored by
and it's 13-5 now here for the U.S. Jenner and O'Mahony again here on the draw. And Jenner able to pick it up. Jenner with some speed, cuts her way in front. Jenner shoots. And a stop there by Australians Sophia Disenzo.
You know, Jenner wants a goal. I don't blame her. She primarily, in this tournament, we've seen her take the draw, and then she gets subbed on the fly. So she had the ball, and she wanted that goal, and you can't blame her. USA with a great interception there.
And Jenner does have a couple of goals here in this tournament, one versus England, one versus Hong Kong. But again, the draws is where she's really come up big. Hong Kong, she was 11 of 13 on draws. Here's a shot here by the U.S., and that is wide, but U.S. player getting knocked down in front, and that was Caitlin Wurzberger.
Looks like we have a card on the play, so she is out.
And Ruby Barnes on the dangerous play. Has a chance here on the free position for Caitlin Wurzberger. Wurzberger with a shot. Never made it through. I believe it hit somebody in front. And the Americans should retain control. Good hustle back to the ball there by Isabel Smith. Pass in front. Shot, score by the U.S.
Yeah, they don't waste time, this USA team. And if you're up a player, they're going to use that.
And didn't see exactly who got it. I believe it might. Nope, no goal. Okay, we don't have to worry about the replay to be able to see who got it. So look, I thought I saw the official going like this, no goal, but then Americans continue to celebrate there. But it is a 13-5 lead here with 1:45 to play in the third.
Yeah, it does look like Australia is adjusting to that backer defense. They realize that they don't have ample time to hold the ball in that case. You know, when someone is playing a high-pressure defense on you and then there's another girl behind her, you've got to move the ball with intention and move it fast.
This is the 2019 Lacrosse Women's U19 World Championship here at Trent University in Peterborough, Ontario. Glad you could join us here on the Lacrosse Sports Network and the Olympic Channel. We'll have Canada versus England coming up tonight at 8 o'clock. And I believe we'll have a full roster of games coming up tomorrow as well. And, of course, the gold and bronze medal games coming up on Saturday. And then things wind up. You know, you look at it from when it starts to when it finishes, and you say, boy, it takes a long time. But before you know it, boom, it's finished. And, you know, this is a great opportunity for some of these players, especially to be able to go against competition from all across the world, but also forming some friendships, too.
Absolutely, and it's fantastic seeing those 22 countries come together. I got to sit down with a couple Kenyan players yesterday and hear their story. And, you know, we talk a lot about, you know, who's committed to what Division 1, 2, or 3 school and who's an All-American. And you sit down and talk with them, and they don't have, you know, a home life. They don't have a toothbrush. And you're like, wow, that puts things into life, harsh perspective, right? And to see teams like USA and Australia and Canada really coming around those girls, supporting them, motivating, encouraging them is huge, because at the end of the day, there's a heart behind the jersey. And it's been really fun to be, you know, here. I've been here the entire time, and seeing the relationships that have been formed here is huge. It's huge not only for the sport, but if we're going to continue to empower young women, this is how we're going to do it.
So we get set here for the fourth, with the U.S. with a 13-5 lead here over Australia. Again, the winner will go on to the gold medal game coming up on Saturday. Crowd is back here. Again, we mentioned when it started pouring rain, maybe a third might have went to the athletic center. But now they are all back, and we're back-packed again, and should be packed for game number 2 coming up. So we look forward to that as well. Look forward to a good fourth here, though, as we get set. U.S. with Jenner. Australia with O'Mahony. This time, though, Australia able to come away with it is Madison Copeland. We'll take it here for Australia. Looks like a player here for the U.S., Brianna Gross, got hit up high.
You know, Abby Mahoney doing an awesome job boxing out there. She was on the defensive off the draw, and I think that's what you got to do to shut down Maddie.
And a yellow card here for Madison Copeland, who pleads her case to the official. Brianna Gross will restart it here for the U.S. Gross to Skein. Skein almost lost control there as call coming up against Australia here, and Olivia Wills. I think Skein would have preferred to continue her momentum there, but she'll take the call nonetheless here, as the U.S.'s Ellie Hansen will try to chase it down, and she does.
Yeah, sometimes calls do that, right? You have the momentum, and all of a sudden you got to stop and halt it. It's actually to your disadvantage.
Skein across to Disenzo. Disenzo gets a little pick from Skein. Skein has it near side. And the call here against Australia's Hannah Goff.
You know, unlucky shooting space call on that. They're down a player. They're trying to make that crease slide from down low to up top.
Here's Skein, who's been tremendous, but a great pass there to Disenzo, and Disenzo gets her first of the game. And the U.S. now leads at 14-5.
You know, we talk a lot about 8 meters in this game, and more often than not, we see players miss the net or overthink it or try to run in every single time, and that was fantastic 8-meter decision-making. She realized she didn't have a great angle. She decided to move the ball to someone who did, and that's how you get the ball in the back of the net. If you force it, you're not going to have great stats on 8 meters.
Yeah, it looks like the U.S. will take their time out here. So Sophia Disenzo gets the goal, and Isabel Skein will get the assist. Disenzo is from Foxborough, Massachusetts. Actually helped lead her Foxborough program to their first Division II East Sectional title last year. Also led her team to the South Sectional Finals in 2016. 4-year starter, senior captain, Sophia Disenzo, latest goal scorer for the U.S. Also managed to find time to be the captain of the field hockey team, too, where she scored 41 goals and 37 assists. I'm always amazed at athletes who can play multi-sports. There was one young lady I remember calling a game for her, went to Williams College in Williamstown, Massachusetts. She played goaltender in field hockey in the fall. She played goaltender in ice hockey in the winter and played goalie in lacrosse in the spring.
I love it. I think multi-sport athletes build multi-dimensional players on and off the field. We just see that they can roll with the punches a little more. Their decision-making is a little more versatile. You know, if you play one sport, and I respect it to a certain degree, if you play one sport 24/7, you could get burned out, and we want to try to avoid that. So I'm a huge fan of multi-sport athletes.
Now going back to my hockey roots, the great Bobby Orr from the Boston Bruins just said that recently, that he thinks too many hockey players as youngsters play just hockey, and it can lead to, as you say, burnout and also maybe to some injuries as well. So good to see a lot of these athletes out here today, multi-sport athletes. Here's a chance in front. Wurzburger scores. 4 goals now for Caitlin Wurzburger, and it's 15-5 U.S.
The catch and shoot, it works every time. There's no hesitation. Here we have the replay. Coming in. Quick pass too, and she rips that shot immediately, really using the momentum off that pass as extra speed on that shot.
Well, Jenner didn't get a chance to get a goal there, but she did get an assist on that one. And another goal here from Caitlin Wurzburger, 15-5 now U.S.
Assist from number 14, Madeline Jenner.
Again, Jenner and O'Mahony on the draw. And they'll do it again.
No, Australia overloading their defensive side too.
U.S.'s Casey Choma trying to sneak in here. The ball knocked away by Gross. As trying to chase it down Brooklyn Newman here for the U.S. And now Jenner will be the recipient here, the pickup. And Doucette will bring it ahead here for the U.S. Addie Doucette, who's played well here in this third and fourth quarters. Made a couple of key saves here and kept Australia from getting any kind of momentum and kept this pretty sizable lead here for the U.S. Handoff goes to McMahon. McMahon able to get a pick, now finds some room, cuts in front, shoots and scores. Michaela McMahon, her second of the game. It's 16-5 U.S.
Now Australia really getting caught on those picks. You know, she's screaming for the help in the slide, but it wasn't there in time. Here we have that shot, driving hard. And the back of the net, she really shoots for the opposite side hip. That's a perfect angle shot. You know, that goalie is right-handed. She doesn't shoot for the right-hand side. She shoots for the opposite left hip. Fantastic placement by Team USA.
Michaela McMahon, who had 2 goals against Canada earlier in this tournament, now with 2 here in this game. Very important game against Australia. The winner going to the gold medal game on Saturday. Michaela, who's from Bardonia, New York. Went to high school at Saddle River in New Jersey. Face-off violation here against Jenner, so the Australians will take it. Levy down the near side here for Australia. Trailing it by 11 with under 10 to play.
You know, still a lot of time on the clock, you know, but they're going to have to make some stuff happen right now offensively. The ball is finally on their side. They got the draw. They need this goal right now.
Got to take some chances here this late in the game. Libby Blair has got an assist. Hands it off to Latch, who's contributed 2 goals here for Australia. Americans, though, keeping up the good defensive effort here as Murphy stays on Latch. Was joined there by Gross momentarily. Pass a little bit short, but Levy able to scoop it up. Garcia Levy. Now Copeland up top. And Georgia Latch, a call going against the U.S.'s Emma Shedig.
Perfect. She drew the shooting space call. Great opportunity for her.
Here's Georgia Latch. From far out, takes the shot, and Doucette able to make the stop. Got down on that right knee and made an important save here for the U.S. Latch back behind the goal. Gross watching her. Or check that. That's Newman, number 35. Libby Blair has got a little bit of room here. Now she gets cut off. Nice job by Gross to get over to her. Blair forced back.
Off-ball movement by Australia right now, way more active than before.
Here's Levy. One-on-one with Disenzo. And now Georgia Latch back behind the net. Down to 8 minutes to play here in the fourth. 16-5 U.S. Latch up top to Copeland. Across the way now to Johnston. And worked around the horn here to Levy. Copeland. Back to Levy. Rowe was open for a moment in front, but really not much time. If you don't spot that person right away for the one-timer, it's like you almost have no chance. Here's Blair. Blair able to cut in front, find some room, and she scores.
Yeah, it was an awesome first drive, and then she came back, realized she didn't have it, and she drove again. We try to teach players to do this all the time. You know, more often than not, you're going to drive to cage and get double-teamed. But if you roll back again, you can have an opportunity, and here she really demonstrates that. That second drive, even though she's double-teamed, she's still able to net that goal for Australia. This is big for them. They want the momentum back. You know, 6 minutes, not all the time in the world, but still enough time to do something.
So Libby Blair gets some life back into this Australian team and some life back into the fans here who are up on their feet. That is the first goal of the tournament for Libby Blair, and she's got her first multi-point game, a goal and an assist here in this contest. So great time to put up your best numbers, and Libby Blair, you can see how excited she was to get that goal. More importantly, gets her team maybe some momentum here with 6 1/4 to play.
Got to redraw.
Jenner and O'Mahony. That's been the matchup all night. And Brianna Gross will pick it up. Good pass, good shot, and a score here by the U.S. as Isabel Smith gets her third of the game.
As we know, you cannot give USA time. You know, they moved the ball once. I think we had it there for 5 seconds back of the net. Here she is, pass 2. She runs in. Oh, man, hard save to make as a goalie, hard save to make. I do have to say, Abby Mahoney on the circle right now on the defensive. I think she's doing a fantastic job boxing out. I think she just needs a little more help on the circle, though, because, you know, Maddie's not able to get that ball if she goes on the defensive.
So Brianne Gross will get the assist on the goal by Isabel Smith. U.S. now with a 17-6 lead here, just a little over 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. John Lawrence along with Amanda Mastera. Here from Trent University in Peterborough, Ontario. Again, our thanks to the folks here in Peterborough for being great hosts. As that pass to Choma goes over her head. U.S. will hustle, though, to pick it up along the near side. And a great pickup there by the Americans as they take control here with Megan Carney. Carney, who scored the opening goal less than a minute into the game. There's a chance here for Smith again. She lost control there. Good defense by Madison Copeland. Leah Holmes now with it here for the U.S. Holmes able to cut through. She bounces one right past the goaltender. And it's an 18-6 lead here for the U.S.
You know, he talks a lot about attackers and midfielders and defenders, but we don't talk often about goalies and how tough that position is. You know, being a goalie on both sides of this field right now is a very tough position. You're a leader defensively. You have to have good mental awareness, and it's hard not to get down on yourself. So I have the utmost respect for all the goalies at this tournament, but especially in this game. You know, you want to make it to the finals, and it's hard because you're the last line of defense.
Leah Holmes, who's out of Larchmont, New York, has had a pretty lively tournament. A goal versus Australia in that 12-4 win. Had a couple versus England. 5 goals and 4 assists versus Hong Kong. And now she gets her first here this game and makes it 18-6 U.S. Another chance here for the United States, and call will go against here Australia and Bonnie Yu. So it gives Sophia Disenzo a chance for her second goal of the game here on the free position.
Yeah, you can't leave Sophia open like that. And they tried to slide. It was way too late. That was definitely a shooting space call.
Good pass. Shot there is knocked aside. Good save there by Skews. Now the pass to Ellie Hansen. Tried a one-timer, but Skews was up for it. U.S. 2 minutes and 20 seconds away from moving on to the gold medal game. As a pass in front to Skein, and she scores.
You know, we talk about this in the international game. There is no possession clock. And I said this during the last USA game, and I was caught wrong in it. I said, you know, I think they're going to hold the ball a little bit, take their time, be intentional. And the truth of the matter is USA doesn't stop. You know, they want to be a lethal team. And here's a replay of that last phenomenal goal again. Right on the inside of that net. Perfect.
And Megan Carney with a terrific pass there to set up Isabel Skein.
Scored by number 27, Isabel Skein.
And it's really been the Isabel Skein show here today. U.S.
We got
2 minutes to play here. Looking to go on to the gold medal game on Saturday.
We got a Greta Stahl on the draw this time. A little change up by USA.
Greta Stahl out of Penn Valley, Pennsylvania. So a product of Northwestern University. It's time controlled by Osea Levy. Levy with a pass and a chance there for Latch, and a great save by Doucette. Boy, that was a bang-bang play, but Doucette was ready.
And it's hard to be ready as a goalie if the action's not on your field for quite some time. And so, again, the mental IQ and awareness and sort of emotional good standing, they're always ready to go.
Minute 25 to play as Carney controls back behind the net. Olivia Wills there defensively on her. Here's Stahl with a pass. Shot there. Score by the U.S. says Emma Schedig gets her second of the game. And there's that terrific save there by Doucette. We talked about that bang-bang play to Latch.
Fantastic. Explosive step, too. She's kind of holding at home, very, very patient. The shot is made, and then she attacks it. And here we have that last goal. Catch and shoot. You know, right now, USA, they're setting those perfect picks. Australia getting caught up in it. And that backdoor cut is open every time on the top of the crease, and they're using it to their advantage.
Emma Schedig with a goal and 2 helpers versus Hong Kong 2 games ago for the U.S. And now with a couple of goals here in this game. 20-6 lead here with just over a minute to play. U.S. again able to control the draw as Brooklyn Newman. Pass into the middle there for Stahl, looking for a one-timer, but the ball got knocked out. Boy, you can see her teammates, Greta Stahl's teammates, getting excited for that opportunity here for her. Greta's parents, Janet, was a big rower at Villanova, member of the USA national rowing team. Her dad, Dave, played football at Villanova. And Stahl almost a chance there to cash in a goal here, but time winding down here with 35 seconds to play. The U.S. will move on to the gold medal game coming up on Saturday. But a terrific tournament here for Australia as they will move on to the bronze game on Saturday. There's a chance here for Osea Levy, and a call coming against the U.S.
Yeah, Australia is not going to hesitate. 20 seconds left in the game. They're frustrated. They want another goal.
So Levy versus Doucette here with 20.9. Levy. Another call against the U.S. here, and Brianna Gross.
I love it. Australia fans in the stands still cheering and cheering loudly.
Levy with a try. Didn't get all of it there as it kind of fluttered in there on Doucette, who was able to make the easy stop. And the U.S. will run out the time here. And the United States is a perfect 5-0 here in this tournament. Will continue to be perfect here at 6-0. And a quick goal here right at the end by the United States before time expired. And it'll make it 21-6.
Yeah, I talked about this before. They don't stop. They want to be a lethal team. So it doesn't matter what is on the clock. They're going to net.
And a goal scored by Isabel Smith here for the United States. Her third of the game. The U.S. wins it 21-6. And again, we'll move on to the gold medal game coming up on Saturday. Should be exciting, and should be exciting second game, too, between Canada and England.
I'm really excited about that game because I think both those teams are pretty evenly matched. They're both very strong defensive teams, but they also have several lethal threats on attack. So I think we have a great game. That's at 8 o'clock. You can tune into that at Lacrosse Sports Network and the Olympic Channel this evening.
So again, a big day for Isabel Skein here for the U.S. with 6 goals out of the 21 for the United States. Caitlin Wurzberger with 3 goals in the game. Great game for Isabel Smith, who got that goal right at the end. She had a hat trick as well, and the U.S. continued to pour it on at the end. And, you really can't let your foot off the pedal. You got to really keep it moving, and especially when you're going to face either Canada or England coming up in the gold medal game. Yeah,
and we talk about the draw a lot, and USA has done a phenomenal job of dominating on the draw, and they demonstrated that today.
Again, the U.S. wins it 21-6 here over Australia.